Well, we're just getting ready to leave. We're going to head up to Logan and pick up in the morning. Supposed to load before 10 o'clock, so I'm going up tonight so I don't have to deal with traffic in the morning. And we'll get up there and be ready, and hopefully won't freeze to death up there because Logan is usually quite cold. So we'll get on our way and we'll go from there. Okay, well, we're up in Brigham City. We got to get fuel on. We'll get all fueled up here, and then we'll get on up over the hill up into Logan, and we'll be able to park for the night up there. And we'll throw some fuel on here, though. We're down kind of low, so we'll see how much we get in here. Okay, we just filled up. We were down a little bit. The light was showing on the dash. So that's about what it costs when you're really low to fill up this truck. I still got to put DEF in, but yeah, that's just the fuel cost. 172 gallons. about midnight. I made it up to Logan. Now I'm going to go to sleep. I should be able to do a pretty good sleeper split. They're not expecting me too early in the morning. So I should be able to get 8 off and then run in there and get loaded. Okay, there we go. We've got it all loaded and tied down and ready. An 82-foot long lightning rod. So my total length is about 100 feet. Not the worst, not the best. Alright, we're up here in Logan. We're all loaded. We're ready to head out and take this long thing down to Salt Lake. So it worked out pretty easy. We're getting on our way and we're going to get down there. Okay, that's the base of it. I guess they're going to bolt it on top of the building or whatever, to whatever it amounts to. It's like 2x10 or whatever stainless steel, and they welded it together. Then they wrapped it in plastic because they didn't want it to get damaged. So down on this end, it narrows way down. And then we got an eyelet on the end of it to lift it up, so it's just a really long chunk of steel. The way this trailer works, it's like it's two parts to the trailer, and it kind of slides into each other. Well, one slides over, one slides in. We can connect up 5 feet apart. They got connections all the way out. It'll stretch out to 72, and we can disconnect those lines, and they slide in or slide out. However, there's a couple of these air cylinders here that you activate them, they pull out, and the pins are in there, one on each side. So we got the 2 pins. These air cylinders will pull them out, and then we can slide it the front into the back. Thing you gotta be careful of, if you have those things connected up and it slides back, it'll break them right off, which has happened on more than one occasion. I carry a couple of spares. I haven't had to use them, but occasionally they break off, and you can just plug them. This one's been plugged. It's not can't use it on a 50 foot long trailer setting, because that one's broke off. You could take it off of a different one if you needed to, but so it stretches out and folds up. The wheels on this one, they're a closed tandem when we put super singles on, and you can adjust where those wheels are. It's really nice when you have them up in the front, because then it turns a little tighter. But if you've got a heavy load and you have to set the wheels all the way back, then that does make a difference in how you turn. So, but those will slide. You can adjust the weight if you need to, or just move them all the way up. And then it's, even though this is set out to 65, it's not really much more than, well, if you had the wheels back on a 53-foot trailer, it'd be about the same spot, maybe a little further back. So it makes it a little easier to maneuver with. I'm just getting ready to drop it, and gonna hook up to my other load over there. That's going down to by Palm Springs to deliver Monday. And that's on another kind of stretch trailer that we have. It's similar to this, except the back wheels, instead of being a closed tandem like this, it'll spread to the 10-foot spread axle distance, or you can pull them up, and it's instead of a 4'2" in between the two axles, which is the standard-ish for most tight tandems, that one's actually a 5-foot spread, which is called a Canadian spread. So you can go a little bit heavier, like 36,000 on when they're closed up tight. I've used it once for that weight setting, but you know, just with it closed, you can turn a little tighter, but the spread, you can go up to 40,000 pounds on the spread, so that works out. Okay, this is the big difference between that last load. This only has about 4 feet hanging up, well, maybe a little more than 4. But that last load, the thing, it went almost all the way up to where my tarps are. So I've got way more distance back there One of the reasons is because I got the fifth wheel slid all the way back still. But this gives me a little bit of room to play with if I want to. This trailer is a little different because it doesn't have the connections like the other one did. This is a little bit newer, and it's just got all the hoses and lines and everything just kind of stretch out and curl up in underneath the deck when they fold it up. Okay, be able to see a little easier. This one, the wheels don't slide together, but they do have an adjustment. I can release the pin there and then slide it up to those two holes there, and then it's a 5-foot spread, or the Canadian spread as it's called, and you can go 36,000 instead of the standard 34,000. And I only have 4 feet off the back, so I don't even have to flag it technically. So kind of an ugly load, a lot of little pieces, but there's one piece in the middle that's 65 feet long, and that's why we have it on the stretch trailer. So that's the next load. Okay, we're all unloaded, and we are hooking up to another trailer for our first load for next week. Got that down here. They're going to unload it Sunday, and that was a little long, but we got it down here. It's not very heavy, and we got it down here. It's a lot warmer down here than it is up in Logan.